Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Mark. How's getting on today? So unfortunately, we're gonna have to start this episode very much like we started the last one. If I hop up here real quick, Geralt, Clarice, Elizabeth, and this one doesn't have a name. Is it Alfie? No, it's not. So Alfie has disappeared, which means he'll have taken his mending book with him. Luckily, we did get another one, but I mean, that still is really annoying. Alfie was the first guy that we had ever brought back. I don't know what's going on. And over here, things don't get much better. Phileas survived, as did Paris. Agnes and her silk touch, nowhere to be seen. Delilah and Jerry, alive and well. And Victor, lovely, sweet Victor. Sharpness 4 for 55 emeralds. A little bit steep, but at least he's here. But where's Jerome? Just isn't here for whatever reason. And I think that's pretty much it. I really don't see any point in continuing to ask where they're going and why they're leaving, because I'm doing everything I'm meant to and they're still despawning. So there's nothing to be done, and it's honestly just really winding me up, and it's making recording really hard, because I literally went to start up the recording and I came over here to do my intro. That's the only reason I noticed they were gone. I would say maybe not 5 minutes ago they were all here, because I've been working out another room down here that I definitely need to light up. So I've been in the area, I've been online, I've been trading, I've added in another beacon here, as well as one actually in the village. So I was over there and did a head count probably not even 5 minutes ago. I genuinely might have turned my back at one point, and that was the last time I saw them. So that's fun. Okay, so I've been working very hard trying to design the room the way that I want it. I've come across this kind of idea that I had in my head that I think works really well. Hopefully all the walls will have this random prismarine pattern. The actual negative space will be the quartz blocks to kind of fit with the actual pattern. The black stone will come down the walls, and then we'll throw in the stair blocks at the bottom just to have a little bit of texture. Over here it gives a lot better of a perspective. You can actually see the difference in the walls. Here kind of looks a little bit funky, but there's not really too much that we can do about it. Over here, I honestly have no clue what the hell I'm gonna do. And then around the back here, we can pay a little bit less attention because it's already kind of covered. So that's what I've been up to, apart from going mining for quartz again, because I have well and truly gone through almost all of my reserves, which is a giant sadness. The dudes still haven't returned. I really don't know what to do about it. Really trying not to be too sad about it, but honestly, it is getting me a smidge down. What are we gonna do today? I am thinking of trying to get the storage columns done, but I need to wait for B to come and help me move the villagers. We can have them all in the one place, and then if they despawn, they despawn, which will then obviously allow me to fill in the rest of this room with all the patterns, and then hopefully, I don't know how long it's gonna take. I was gonna say hopefully I'll have it done today, but I really don't know if that is a reasonable time frame. Purely just down to the fact, if I want to get this up every 2 days, I need to try and do all of this off camera while also then finding 15-20 minutes worth of content. I'm back and the content starts now, mainly because I'm sick and tired of sounding sad about my villagers. I have absolutely no time for that. It doesn't make the video very good, and it's honestly really annoying to edit, so I'm gonna do myself a favor and just be happier. I have no idea what you've already seen at the start of this video, but I hope it wasn't too terrible. Now, look at these walls. Genuinely, I think they look fantastic. This is exactly the idea I had in my head. I think it honestly might look even better than the idea I had in my head. It really just, I don't know, it really works. The only thing that I do think I might do differently, and I think I'm gonna do it right now, and I'm gonna leave it for the rest of the episode and see if we like it or not, and it is also definitely something that I will take feedback on. Do you think it looks good on the floor as well? I think it does, as long as we really don't, you know, just go too overboard. I think that could look really nice. Let me know what you think, because I do genuinely want feedback. Do you like the walls? Do you think they look cool? Should I do more of the floor like this? Does it look as good as I think it does? Oh, I just had an idea. Now hear me out. This is purely on an experimental basis. The purple amethyst blocks go with the bluey green color. Maybe, over here I do think looks really, really clean. I really love how the walls look here. Could the floors maybe benefit from the prismarine? I'm not 1,000,000% sure. Over here definitely does not look as clean and as tidy, and I don't want to say professional, because there's absolutely nothing professional about me. I'm not 100% sure. The amethyst is quite a nice color because it's light enough to go with the quartz, and it's bluey purpley enough to go when the prismarine cycles around to the blue, but I don't know how I feel about it when it goes to green. I think you guys will have to let me know. I'm gonna run around in here today and I'm gonna see if my opinions change, if I have any other ideas. But for right now, I'm gonna work a little bit on this room down here. I think this is probably at least as wide as it'll go. Might get pushed back further that way, purely because over here, this dirt is actually the outside, and to save me continuously having to terraform the outside, might just make it longer. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Hey, I'm back with a little update. I've kind of started making the room in here kind of look like it does upstairs. I don't have enough quartz. I am running exceptionally low low, and I really must admit to not really being in the mood to go and mining some. So instead, up here, I decided to really go all in with the amethyst and the prismarine on the floor, and I am still accepting feedback. I would just like you to take on board. I think this looks really, really good. I love the way that the amethyst looks. I didn't want it to be too overpowering, hence why there's only a couple on maybe each wall. It's incredibly sporadic. There's not too much of it on the floor. It is mainly quartz with a hint of prismarine and just a little sprinkle of amethyst. And I love the way it looks. I really, really like the way that turned out. That being said, I have no idea why, but that block right there is screaming for some amethyst. The room will obviously look much better when the dirt pen's gone, and we get rid of the accompanying stress that comes with having these guys locked down here. So we will be getting rid of that sooner rather than later, hopefully. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. It will be gone either next episode or the one after. So as far as today's plan goes, down here is being put on hold because, like I said, I can't be bothered getting quartz. Plus, I've mined so much of it, nothing's easy to get to. And I would love to start the storage columns. These guys are kind of in the way. And when I said I was going to take a break from the villagers, I truly, truly meant it. I currently want absolutely nothing to do with these guys. So what does that leave us with? Against my better judgment, it leads me to trying to build a guardian farm. So instead of time-lapsing this, what I'm going to do is actually just give you little updates. That's purely down to the fact I really, really don't know what I'm doing. I assumed that this would actually show. It'll still work this way, right? The first thing you have to do, apparently, for whatever reason, is work out where the northwest corridor is. So I was assuming that I would be able to see it on the map, but I guess regardless, it's gonna be over here, even if it's not on the map. And I'm going to assume that the maps just actually follow the cardinal directions. I don't, oh, I've not got a conduit over here. Oh, don't drown, don't drown, don't drown, don't. I completely forgot that I don't have my conduit over here, so that's the first update done. I'm gonna go grab that and I'll be back. All right, I found my conduit, I found my bed, and I found my boat. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really nervous that that might not just be the northwest corridor, and I'm immediately starting this wrong. Alright, what do I need to do next? I guess if it's wrong, it's too late to turn back now. So, as you'll see, I'm making some odd grid pattern all the way along above the monument. From what I can tell, the guardians can only spawn in certain columns under here, I think. So, when I build these, everywhere this block is will go all the way down to the seabed, and I think that'll stop everyone spawning, so I can dictate where they spawn, I think. So, I'm gonna fill in all this grid pattern, and I guess I'll see you back when I've done that. I have no idea how many blocks I need. I'm hoping that I've brought enough to at least get some of this done. I had brought absolutely nowhere near enough blocks. I've already had to go back home and get some more, but we are making some progress. I'm hoping, I brought the pumpkins and the sponge with me. Oh, damn it. I hope the amount that I have now brought will be enough to get me through this. I mean, I guess if not, I'm just getting sent home to get some more, which really isn't the end of the world. So, I guess that'll do it for this update, but just so you know, while I was back home, all the villagers are still there. So that's a positive. All right, that wasn't actually that bad at all. I think I've done everything right, and these guys happen to be over here, which is exactly where they should be. Are there any other dudes anywhere else? It doesn't actually look like it, so I definitely do not want to celebrate too early, but I actually think I've done it right, which comes as just as much a surprise to me as it does to you. Yeah, everyone just seems to be spawning there. Oh, amazing! I can't believe it. Oh man, if I keep doing stuff like this, people are going to expect so much more of me. Right, what am I doing next? No, I think I've made the killing tube. By that I mean I think this is where they should hopefully get sucked all the way up. I needed to fill in the tube full of source blocks, so instead of constantly using a bucket every time, I used some kelp, and I think it worked a treat, because if it didn't, I wouldn't see all these bubbles, right? Kind of thought maybe when I came up here, I would maybe get attacked by some guardians. Maybe it doesn't actually properly turn on until you actually do other stuff to it. I must admit, not really sure what I'm doing, but they're still spawning down there. I figured I'd give you a wee update. They're certainly spawning down here. Actually, that's a good point. Ow. How do they get from there into the tube? Am I an idiot? Have I built this wrong? Wait, why? As far as I know, that's right. But how do they get from there to in there to go all the way up? Do they just spawn in the tube? Is my whole understanding of this just not right? How weird. Anyway, I'm gonna stop thinking and get back to building. Okay, so here you find me doing something that I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. So, I'm recording it in case it goes wrong. I think I throw that there, I put that there, I flick it on and it moves a little, I turn it off and then they just keep going, yeah? Okay, that looks like it keeps going. I think I've done that right. Let's turn that off because it's very loud. And you just stop, yeah? Cool. Hey, how are you? So, everything is now built, and in theory, everything should be working. Except just for some reason it's not, and I'm not quite sure why. As far as I'm aware, everything should just be kind of, well, it should just be coming up to die. And as you can see, it isn't. And I'm really not quite sure why. Have a look what's going on down here. Hello? Bad guys. Okay, so you're down here. Okay, so the guardians are spawning over here. I don't think they should be. Because I've built all this down here. So in theory, they should only be able to spawn inside here. I can't really work out why they're not. Hiya! Hiya! I missed. Get back here, you coward. Now, this is the part I really suck at, because this means I now have to do some troubleshooting. I don't even know where to begin. Could it be just something as simple as they can't quite see where they're meant to go in here? What do you mean can't see where they're meant to go? What did I mean by that? What if we do something like this? I'm not hearing anything on the inside. What if we make a thick tube like that, so maybe they're more likely to spawn in there? I'm basing that off of absolutely nothing. And then in theory, I guess I shouldn't need to build it all the way up. So what if I do something like this on all the corners? There's certainly no guardians under here anymore, which I guess is a good sign, kinda. I mean, I've technically blocked every spawn. Where is everyone? Can I sleep here? Is this a bit too precarious? No, cool. Aha! Oh my god, right. Sleeping did not help, I assure you. Oh, wow, it's actually working. It's actually working really, really well. I can't believe it. Oh my god, there's so many of them. What made them spawn that much? How did going to bed absolutely did not fix it. I assure you that just isn't the truth. Apparently I can also hold up my looting sword and get more stuff. Maybe? I really don't know. If this is really loud, I will just cut the audio. So if you're wondering why they're not making any noise, it's because it's loud as all hell to me. Oh, amazing. Right, so then I can go down here and... Oh, it's working so well! Just throw these in. I truly cannot believe what's happened. Oh, what an actual time to be alive. I actually know what I'm doing. Look at me. Breathe it in. I actually swear you'll never see anything like this again. Right. I don't know how you turn it off. Do you just leave? I mean that genuinely seriously. I don't know. I mean, yeah, because if I turn this off and it stops the trident going round, then they're just gonna keep spawning and keep building up, right? But surely that's not what I want. I may have created a monster, but it works. So, I mean, that's cool. All right, so the fact that I'm level 83 should probably give it away. I've been AFK in here for a while. Let me switch this off real quick. That, well, I mean, that's not something that, well, yeah, I don't think that was part of the design. So I haven't looked in here yet. I don't know what to expect. I also need to do this quickly so I can get out of here because I think this is terrible. So here is gonna be a lot. Oh my God! It's, oh well then. I need to very quickly get out of here. I landed on the boat, not in the boat. So just for some context, I don't know. I was only AFK in there while I edited down the actual monument section of the video. And I don't think that would have taken me any more than an hour. Wait, why am I sailing away? I really need to empty that chest. So it fills about a chest in under an hour. So that's pretty damn good going. With all that fish, Jerry's gonna be ecstatic. Oh, Jerry, I've got a present for you. Have as much as you'd like, big man. Kind of assumed he would take a bit more than that. Pleasure doing business with you. Now, before I left over there, I did decide to clean up the chest a little bit. I made everything into either prismarine or the sea lanterns, and I stole all the fish so I could give it to Jerry. And we came away with just about 3 stacks of sea lanterns and more fish than I care to look at. My beard darker. How did that happen? All right, now what was I saying? We came away with some sea lanterns because I figured that in here, I think the sea lanterns might fit a bit more. Everything's very whitey, bluey, I don't know, that kind of color palette. Everything's cold. That's what I'm looking for. Everything is kind of cold looking. Except the glowstone, which is very obviously yellowy warm. So would it look better with the sea lanterns? Well, before we wrap up today, we're gonna find out. Almost immediately, I am pretty much ready to say this was the right choice. Absolutely let me know what you think down in the comments when you're telling me about the rest of the room. But for right now, immediately, I would say that the bluey white glow definitely fits the vibe a whole lot more than the yellowy gold look of the glowstone. I don't see too many of you disagreeing with that because it is the same color palette and makes way more sense. But if you are an advocate for the glowstone, absolutely let your voice be heard. And if you have a compelling enough argument, well, I'm not exactly going to say no, am I? So that brings us to the end of today's episode. A quick head count. Everyone is currently here. Hello, Mr. Horse. And so far, everyone appears to be over here. Except something very strange is happening. And I know that considering everything else that's happened, it's not the worst thing in the world. But I just don't know why it's happening. So clearly here you can see this is Jerry and Delilah's home. But for some reason, Paris is has now claimed this bed, even though he has a bed on the other side of town. So then you might wonder where Jerry and Delilah have gone. Well, Jerry seems to be sleeping in Paris's bed, so they've just done a straight swap for some reason. And then if she's still here, in Isa's house, is where Delilah now sleeps. I see phantoms, so I'm gonna borrow Agnes's bed. So I have no idea why that's happening, but I am 100% sure that we haven't destroyed and replaced the beds, so they have absolutely swapped on their own. So that's something new. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a like. They're completely free. They let me know you're enjoying the content, and they make me happy, so basically, why wouldn't you do it? And if you are new here, consider subscribing. I'm currently putting videos out every 2 days, somehow managing to stick to that schedule, which is nothing short of a miracle. And I've got lots of projects in mind. I've got lots of ideas on what to do, so honestly, you don't want to miss the content, I assure you. So having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble, you don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see yous later.